right, we're testing out the new helmet setup. Alright boys, well, first video of the year. I got a new helmet, so we're back to testing audio. Okay, I guess he's going. So I got a new an Orion Corsair X, and I was having some issues trying to find out where I was going to mount my microphone. So I've been running the Hohem wireless microphone. It's a little bit big. It's not too big, but it's smaller than like the Rode or the original DJI, but it's bigger than the Mic Mini. And having an issue trying to find out where I was going to be able to put this thing. So I actually have it glued to my cheek pad up by the visor. So we're going to have to do some tests here to see about how loud this thing's going to be. But looking at my little audio graph on the app, it's showing that this thing's pretty freaking loud. So I guess we'll see, you know, on how this sounds, and go from there. Keep on testing and see if this setup will actually work. But coming back from a good ride, just out with the boys, just chilling, nothing too crazy. Went downtown and just kind of cruise the city streets and enjoy some views. So, but I will say this is my first real, actual, nice helmet. Also, peep the new gloves, new Cortec V2 Revos. Hell of a deal, hell of a deal. One of the best deals. One of the best deals that I could have found on gloves. Nothing but the best of deals. Can't go wrong for $99. And I wanted a gauntlet to cover up my jacket sleeves. I was finding last year with my wrist gloves, I was getting some air into the jacket, and it was causing a lot of wind to get in there and a lot of turbulence in the jacket, and I had it put me into a death wobble a couple times. And I either needed to get a new jacket or try some gauntlets, and I wanted a little bit more protection when we're on our more spirited rides. So trying out the gauntlets, and I'm loving these gloves. They broke in about one ride. Broke in about one ride, and they're comfortable as hell. I love them. They flow a ton of air. So I wouldn't say they're the best for cold weather, but for normal spring, fall, summer, these are great. But as of right now, you know, just kind of testing to see how this year's recordings are going to go, and see, you know, how the video works out. And I'm hoping I don't have to get a new microphone, so if this is really loud or a lot of wind, I might just have to work on the gain and stuff. So, but yeah, so far, I've done about, I would say, 2,000 miles so far on this season, and really looking forward to getting into the twisties and the canyons like last year and get on some good group rides. Good rides with the boys and some memories, and might even do a long distance ride this year. I know my girlfriend's itching to get out too, but she's not a fan of the cold weather, so she's more of a 70 degrees and higher type of a passenger. So, but yeah, I'm really excited and ready to kick it off. I got a new rear tire at the start of the year, so I got my new Michelin Power GP2. Absolutely love these tires. No break-in at all. Ready to roll the day you get them. They're nuts. The amount of grip that they offer, insane. But I will say, I wish I would have recorded it, but I didn't. Like an idiot. But I got to ride my buddy's Aprilia RSV4 2.0. I think it's an RSV4, maybe it's just a 2.0 V4. 2019 or 2020, I believe. Non-factory, so standard suspension. Man, I love that bike. Absolutely love it. Totally different than this bike. Not even remotely the same, other than it being a naked. It is so smooth. The biggest difference, I would say, is the longer gears. Oh, I mean, I understand it's got a lot more power than this, but I mean, the longer gears are so nice. You're not constantly just shift. You can really ring it out more, and that was very punchable. And the quick shifter on that thing is, I would say, damn near orgasmic. You don't even feel it shift. You're just in the next gear. Oh, great bike. A lot more aggressive. Knees are a lot higher up. Leaned over more. Took about 2 minutes to really get comfortable, but man, is that bike comfy. I could ride so much longer on that compared to one of these. But to be honest, I don't see myself getting rid of this bike. This thing has been such a tank, and it does what I want it to do. It never really lets me down. It's a hoot. I'm getting better at wheeling and carving corners. I just love the hooligan aspect of this and how upright it is, and it's pretty comfy. But I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't jealous of that 2.0, man. I would say safely, next bike will not be a Super Duke. It'll definitely be, I would say safely, a 2.0. Plus, that exhaust on that bike is, oh, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. So good. But I wonder how this video is also going to turn out. Since it's nighttime, I have my ND filter on. It's a little dark for this, so I had to turn it into manual or automatic mode. Brightened it up a lot. I wonder if I adjust my, there we go, that seems to be a lot better. My polarizer. I'm hoping I can maybe even get by with something like one of these. I do have a standard clear polarizer for a normal night video that I plan on using, but there's just something. Alright, you're gonna go really this slow on a on-ramp? Student driver, not surprised. My train of thought. But yeah, so I guess it's just, these couple nights videos. I don't even know if I'm going to post it or if I'm just going to use this for test footage. Yeah, I might as well post it. Fuck it. Also got to see the right angle of the camera and kind of see what works out with this helmet. One of the things I wanted to touch on though quick too was, so the helmet I was using before was the carbon fiber LS2 Challenger GT. When I first got the helmet, I liked it, but now after having an actual nice helmet, I will never go back. I'll never go back to that. This is such a game changer having a real nice helmet. Actually, once getting into a real helmet setup like this, it's night and day different. This is a lot quieter, it's a lot comfier, it's a lot more premium. And the ventilation on this helmet is nuts. And that's one of the things I am a little nervous about. Even with all the vents closed, I suppose Corsair, I don't know if this helmet is named after the Corsair airplane or if it's literally, because when all the vents are closed, this thing flows so much goddamn air. When I have all my vents closed, it's literally, I can feel the air just circulating through the helmet. And when I have the vents open, like my 3 top intake vents on the top of the helmet, I have my chin vent, I have 2 vents just in the visor alone. plus the rear vents and a rear exhaust vent that you really don't get the option to open or close. It's just always there to pull air out. It's nuts. I love this helmet so much, but I'm hoping that the audio is okay. But as I was saying about the LS2, you know, I thought it was a decent helmet at the time. They've gone down in price a lot, so really if you want a really, I would say a sexy looking carbon fiber helmet for a hell of a bargain, you can't go wrong. I think you can pick one of those up, don't quote me, anywhere from $250 to $300, but it's loud. After going from this to that, I really do realize how loud that helmet was. And I went on one ride this year after riding with this ride, switching to the LS2 just to kind of see the comparison of how it was from apples to apples. And I realized I was not comparing apples to apples. That LS2, it's going to be wall wired at this point. I'll never ride with that helmet ever again. It's too loud. It moves around a lot. It's not stable anymore. I get that really high-pitched whistle to the point where, you know, I've given myself tinnitus. I have to wear earplugs no matter what you do with that helmet now. I know I can change padding, but, you know, frankly, the padding isn't all that loose. I think that's just kind of how it is. See if I can enjoy some of this beautiful sunset. It's getting a little dark here, but I don't know how well the camera's picking up on it. You'll probably see it once we get to the top of this hill. Nice blue and orange, yellow and pink skies. Like, look at that, some cruise. Just gorgeous, cool pond, little mini golf course. But look at that. Oh, I love Minnesota. I think my app was lagging a little bit. But one of the other things that I did for this year was I changed my gearing. Okay. I changed my gearing on the bike. So the stock gearing on this motorcycle was 1641. And it seems to be different on a lot of these bikes because everyone on the forums and stock was saying that this had a 520 chain. A lot of these bikes were different. So my bike stock gearing was 1642 with a 525 chain. Everyone online is saying that stock is actually 1641 520. I didn't have a 520, I had a 525. It was stamped 525. So I did a Drive Systems 15 tooth sprocket, went down in the one in the front, and what I wanted to do was go up one in the rear and get even more low-end torque to a 42 tooth. But when I was looking at getting a sprocket, no one had a 42 tooth rear sprocket available at all. They were all back ordered everywhere I looked. Or if I found kits available that had a 15 tooth in the front, it was a 41 tooth in the rear. So stock amount of teeth. So I ended up saying for right now, I was going to stick with 15 in front, 41 in rear, 520 chain, 520 sprocket. And I'll see if I want to change it for more low end later in the year. And man, the amount of a difference that gearing did for this motorcycle is nuts. I was pretty dead set actually on selling this and trading it in for a Super Duke at the beginning of the year. But after changing the gearing, this thing's a goddamn animal now. It just pulls. And shockingly, I lost no top end. Shockingly. Granted, I'm a bigger guy. I could never actually reach mechanical top speed of this motorcycle. But the fastest I ever got it to before was about 138, 140. And that was ringing this thing out. Like I was scared I was going to blow it up trying to get to these speeds. And now with just that gearing change and chain change, this thing just pulls. it gets the speed so much faster. It power wheelies all the way up into third gear pretty much at any speed I want to. And it actually gets to top speed faster, and my fifth and sixth gear is more usable now. And I actually gain speed out of this bike, which doesn't make sense, but I think it's mainly just because I picked up so much low-end torque. It's able to get to those speeds and is carrying torque across all the gears even better. So I did a speed run the other day, and it was higher than it was before, which is pretty awesome. Of course, on a racetrack, always on a racetrack. The main difference, though, is finding out what gear I gotta be in for certain corners. That's completely changed. See if we can hit this corner right here. Not going too fast. Set up, lean in, find my line. Oh, she really comes alive. Alright, lean over, tip in. I love this thing. I got a mosquito in my helmet. Sorry if that was really loud. I gotta open it. I'm getting peppered with bugs here. But yeah, so after doing the gearing change, I'm not interested in selling this at all. This thing is an absolute beast for what I want to do with it in the canyons. We did one little canyon run this year so far. Very chill, very chill. The roads are not ready for sending it by any means, and oh my god, it was night and day difference. I mean, if you own one of these motorcycles or even a 790, don't even ride it before you change that gearing. Just change the gearing. It is incredible. I can't stress it enough. I would do the gearing before you would even look at an exhaust system. Also, speaking of the exhaust, shout out to Waxon Jackson Performance. My buddy that is getting into welding had to fix my Austin Racing because, frankly, Austin Racing's quality has gone down, and my exhaust would break, like you saw, every year. He fabbed up a new exhaust bracket, and we had to re-engineer how the exhaust was mounted, so now it's actually truly rubber mounted to the factory rubber mounts. It's not chassis mounted like it was before. That's why it would just snap off every time. It's holding strong. Looks like still the first day he did it. So my exhaust has been ripping. It's been barking. Hasn't been breaking. It's great. I can't complain. But other than that, I will end the video here.